Call this meeting to order. Welcome everyone to the meeting tonight. I would ask that anyone from council has a pecuniary interest or conflict of interest to please declare it. Councillor Cook?
With the check register, I do.
Okay. Councillor Ullman?
With the check register.
Councillor Fonsdale? Okay. I don't know if your mileage reports.
Mileage and I check the turn on thing, so I don't. Just covering all bases, Mayor. I got to be careful these days.
Okay. Councillor Ullman? Yeah. Okay. Seeing no conflict of interest, carry on. Councillor Ullman?
Point of order.
Point of order. Clarify your point of order, please.
An apology to council.
Okay.
Okay. I'm apologizing to those of you around the table for comments and behavior of mine last Thursday that was inappropriate. Emotions are running high, have run high over this sewage treatment issue. And I made a couple of statements that were getting personal and unprofessional. So I apologize for that.
Okay. See some heads nodding. I think council will accept that apology. We'll try to keep this on a professional. Thank you. And keep this on a level that
Bring chocolate.
goes to the office.
I guess I could do a point of order too. There seems to be some great discussion in the north end about where I was last week. And as you well know, sir, because I told you the week before, we had a family matter in Peterborough. Yep. And we delayed our departure on Monday until after the special meeting, but we couldn't delay it further. So just to clarify that, I didn't know I was that important to council, but I guess I should be gratified.
Thank you for those clarifications. 7 o'clock, we're going to go down here to our delegations. Do that, we'll come back to the minutes. If that's okay with council. Sometimes it takes us some time to get through the minutes. So 7 p.m. Marianne, invite you to come up to the table and here. Yes.
Okay, great.
And here, read the felines in Grand Bend.
Yes.
Cats,
Felines in Grand Bend.
so
I just need a couple
I'd like you
minutes.
to make your presentation. You have 10 minutes. We all have copies of it.
Oh, okay, you have copies of what I wrote?
Okay.
Okay, great. So there's a small group of volunteers in Grand Bend and we help the stray cats and the feral cats. And we're getting a little concerned because there's more and more of them and they're infiltrating other neighborhoods. So we're trying to ask for, if it's possible, right now we're using all our own personal funds and stuff to, if we have a regular feeding station, that means we can start tracking them. I've heard other stories in the past where you just sort of round them up and do euthanasia, but that's a solution that generally never works in semi-urban areas because you're just going to get more. So they'll just keep coming back. So what we'd really like to do is start getting these animals fixed and rabies shots, and then do it's a cooking program called Trap, Catch, and Release. And we need a little bit of funding. Not for feeding, not for driving, not for trapping, but for vet care. So we can start managing the problem that you do have in Grand Bend, because what's going to happen is this summer, you're going to have triple the population, easily. And it's going to just multiply and multiply, unless someone goes out there and shoots them, but that's not something we'd like to do. Any questions? We just want to manage the colonies.
Have you got an idea of how much?
I've talked to a couple Ontario SPCA, and we talked about mass trapping, if that was possible, and they would set aside a whole day, and they average about $60 a cat.
So how much you're thinking? How many cats are up there?
In the village, we think there's, right now, it's only about 30. You'll probably lose a couple this winter to coyotes and extreme weather. In the other neighborhoods, like South Cod and Huron Woods and stuff, we're not that sure, but we just hear a lot of people are feeding. But we're kind of hoping we can start with one territory, because they are territorial, and then just keep that population down, and whoever needs to be put down for health reasons gets put down, and hopefully keep that down to 20. And then they won't let other animals in.
1,000?
Yeah.
Councillor Cook.
Does that include spaying or neutering at $60?
Yeah, they would do the same price for males and females at the low-cost clinics, and shots.
Deputy Mayor Detti.
There was another lady in Fort Franks who had a similar concern as yours, and she had a real appreciation for the cats, the feral
Mhm.
cats. And as I recall the situation, she hired someone to trap the cats and then take them to a farm for $150. And
That would be amazing.
it seemed to work really well for her, it solved the problem.
Mhm.
She wasn't, yeah, and $150 was manageable for her, so,
Per cat?
no, total. The man came in with his traps, he set about
Okay, because
10
I've been
or 12
looking
traps in these.
online for like farms that eat cats or hunter cats. I haven't found any, and I did find that one couple years ago there was a sort of like a sanctuary rescue group that would take them, and then you pay for a fee for a year. But that's not really gonna solve the problem. Like, it's not gonna solve the problem, because there's still gonna be cats that are left over. And there's gonna be people like, that get cats that aren't fixed, and then they let them outside, and then the problem perpetuates. Because the other issue Grand Bend has, or the different neighbors, is that there's no licensing or tagging of any of the animals. So you can't tell who's a pet, who's feral. But if, I do know a woman in Fort Franks, that does do, feline rescue as well, and if I can get a hold of her, I'll get a hold of her. But if I have a contact for her, that'd be amazing.
Yes, I'll probably connect you to.
That'd be really great, yeah.
Councillor Holman, you had a question?
Well, no, I was just wondering, Mary Ann, if you'd had a chance at all to talk to the bylaw officers around some of this. I know this issue has been here before, and it's
Yeah, I'm
gone in
sure.
cycles,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's increasing again.
Yeah,
You haven't had the opportunity to talk to staff at all, or to?
no,
No.
no. I've just been talking to people in the community and discovering that there's more and more people in the community eating, and there's a lot more fights going on because the population is starting to really increase.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Any other questions? No? Okay. Thanks for your time, appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
I'll make the motion that we ask staff to report to other municipalities and other ways of handling this, because obviously, Aaron's talked to SPCA, I got that right? So that's their normal organizations, right? So get some more information.
Get some information on what neighboring
In our
municipalities.
bylaw. In our bylaw.
Okay. Seconder for that? Councilor McGuire? All in favor of that? Carried. Okay. Shannon is, for 7:10 for this facilitated report. We want to do that now or go through the minutes?
If she's ready, let's do this.
Okay. Shannon, we'll do report number 9. That's down.
Page 49, 6.3.
Page 49 of the minutes. Council has had this report, so any, Shannon, do you want to highlight any of the things in your report? Just for all the grants?
Maybe just a few things. We had 41 applicants this year, which is up over the 34 from last year. So the amount of requests is substantial over last year, so we need to go through them carefully and take into consideration each event, each group, and what they contribute to Lambton Shores. There are a few of them in here that don't meet the actual criteria. They have received funds in the past, so that needs to be considered too. Quite a few are county-wide programs that don't fit the criteria, and then there's also registered charities in here that don't fit criteria, so. If there's any questions?
Councilor Lonsdale.
I guess the question, Shannon, I have is,